Hello everyone, welcome back to Practice Like a Pro. So today we're going to learn how to play a finger picking pattern in 6/8 time using 6, 5 and 4 string open chords. So I'll put a card up. I did a lesson on a song called Shallow. That's the kind of similar techniques that I use that you can apply to a song that everybody knows. In this case we're going to use G, E minor, A minor and D chords, but as long as the 6, 5 or 4 string chords it can work. So we're going to start with the G chord to begin with. So let's have a look at this. Now this is actually the G and the E minor I've put together on the slide. You can see we're actually only pressing the 3rd fret on the low E string, but I fret the regular G chord anyway, just out of habit. So this is an old classical guitar technique which is called PIMA, which is like it's using your thumb, your index, your middle and your ring fingers, and it's a modification. Technically in classical guitar you shouldn't be using your thumb, you shouldn't be using your index finger on that D string, but I mean in rock and pop kind of anything goes, it's sound first, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the 3rd fret on the low E string with my thumb, and then with my index, middle and ring fingers I'm going to pick the D, the G and the B strings, like this. Where are we? We're there, look. Thumb, index, middle, ring. And that's the E, D, G, B. So that's the first 4 of the 6. And then to get us other 2, we're going to come back on ourselves with those open strings to the G and the D. And I want you to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we carry on, you've got G there, and you could go to E minor following that. The notes are exactly the same. Bearing in mind I'm not trying to teach you a song here, I'm just giving you a technique to practice, and these should all be, bear in mind these should all be sort of equidistant. In 6/8 we're counting in quavers, so it's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a great pattern for any kind of 6 string open chord. Let's have a go at the next 2. So we've got a 5 string chord for the A minor, which is really convenient because it's just the middle 4 strings. So playing as A minor chord, we've got thumb on the A, index on the D, middle on the G, ring finger on the B string, and then we come back on ourselves for 2. Now if you're playing your cards right, you should get sort of House of the Rising Sun vibes. This is a great one to do with a E major chord if you use the pattern from the previous one. Sounds awesome. So that's your A minor. And for your D chord, we're literally going to move everything down a string, and we're using the treble 4 strings, the D, the G, the B and the high E. And I'm going to use a D major for this example. So that's D, G, B, E, B, G. I'll put these back on the screen so you can take some screenshots if you want. So those are the 6 string chords, and these are the 5 and the 4 string chords. That D might be a bit more reminiscent of Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. That's a great song to follow on from this lesson if you're looking for something extra. So where do you go with this then? So I would find a chord progression that you like. You know, if I'm not sure if I've put it out yet, but I've just filmed a lesson for Hey Joe, the intro for Hey Joe. If I've put it out already, I'll put a card somewhere. If not, have a look on my channel and you'll find it. So that chord progression is C, G, D, and then A. So you've got a 5 string chord, a 6 string chord, a 4 string chord, and another 5 string chord. Why don't you try those chords with that pattern? know, it kind of works. It's more the idea and the seed that I want to plant. So take that away. Let me know what you think about it in the comments and what you'd like us to cover next. Until I see you next time, keep practicing like a pro. Cheers.